Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. Here I have my first Storm Collectables figures. These are from the Golden Axe range, the Golden Axe video game, which I played as a teenager in the arcades. And this is the double pack skeletons. They look really quite cool. I'm going to see how they scale with some other 112 scale figures in a moment. I'll open them up. Basic packaging, you can see they've got matching hands which can changeable. They've got shields on the back. It shows you them with swords. They do look really quite cool. Wasn't too bad price wise. I think it's around about 40 quid, which is not too bad considering it's Storm Collectables and it's a double pack, so obviously it's better value. I'm going to quickly grab a knife so I can open this nicely. I'll be back in a second. Okay, the tape is cut. Let's get inside and take a look. So we have this really nice background from the video game. Select your player. The barbarian, is like an Amazon sorceress, if I remember rightly, and the dwarf. I have some great memories of playing that game years ago. I have seen the barbarian on the sort of dragon and some new things coming out. I'm like, do I want to spend that much money? No, but do I want them? Yes, so we will see. So I'll be keeping that. It's a great box. Okay, so we can see they have the swords. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of extra hands each. They are rather large. I'm going to say, judging by how long their legs go down, that they are bigger than our normal 112 scale. Probably closer, I've read, and I believe by looking at them, to maybe 110. So there's no tape on the box, just some little clips on the corners. Easy to come up. There's a plastic covering which we can take off. There's also a plastic covering underneath the skeletons too. So let's take the shields first. Very nice. We have a rigid handle and then we have this slightly flexible strap there, which is really nice. I know they're copying the video game, so that looks almost a bit cheap and tacky, but it's still pretty cool. We have the two weapons. They are rigid with a bit of bend, which is nice. Almost like a Chinese broadsword in shape. They are matching. Then hands. We have two hands like this, two hands like this, two hands pointing, and two hands which are gripping, and the hands they come with are more fist hands. So I'm not going to go over all the hands, but let me take out one skeleton to have a look, and then I can put the sword back and the shield back. In fact, I should take out the sword hand as well while I'm at it. Okay, so let me see. It's going to be this one. Whoa. Their fingers are quite rubbery, which is nice. But it's also worth noting that there's still rubber, you can just about see behind the thumb, which needs to come off. It's rubbery, it's nice because they'll grip, and also you don't get so scared of snapping the fingers when you open them up to hold weapons and stuff. So let's have a look. He has some foam stuck in his chest compartment. Let's take that out. Looks good. Definitely on the big side. It looks almost like his legs are too long. In fact, he looks massive there. And he stands up quite easily, though. He's a touch top heavy, I can see. But he looks alright. Right, let me see if my new toy is going to work on something this big. Let's move this across. Being all high tech here now. See if you'll stand up on that for me. Here's a nice looking figure. I will say again, the legs look a touch long. is like the shin bone as long as the thigh bone. It should actually be a bit shorter, and that's why he's looking a bit stocky and tall, but he does look good. And I can see he's got articulation in his toes as well, which is pretty cool. This is such a strong magnet. 1, 2. Nice looking figure. Okay, there's no inking. There is some sort of appearance of weathering, especially on the head, but you could ink that and dry brush it to make it pop more. So articulation, he can look left and right, down and up, side to side. The jaw does open. Shoulders, look at his little joints, he goes up. Arms go all the way around. Bicep bend. He gets over 90 on the left and about 90 on the right. He has a trunk joint in the middle of his rib cage, which can turn as well. He can turn from the waist and dip too. Legs go outwards like full splits, so he's a taekwondo skeleton. And forwards, pretty much full splits. I don't like the joint system. I'll say that now. He gets a single joint over 90 degrees. Feet, there's not a great tippy toe, but there is one. His dorsiflexation is not great, but he does have toe articulation, so you can bend his toes upwards, which will help with some poses. Now, the reason why I don't like this system, because the joints they're using are not stiff joints, so some poses would be quite difficult for him. Okay, let's swap his hand over. It looks to be just a pull, very easy, nothing to worry about in terms of breaking there. Hand fits in. Let's put his sword. He holds that really, really well. And then his shield. He does look good. See, that trunk is really quite loose, and that's something to be concerned about a touch. There we go, I like that. The articulation's good, just the joint's a bit loose in the trunk. I think it looks fantastic. This is a good purchase. For my sort of bigger scale, my 1/18 scale sort of fantasy verse, I'm slowly working on, but he is going to be massive. So if I use one of my favourites, Black Knight from Marvel Legends, who is 1/12 scale, that is a big skeleton. If I use Doctor Doom with a Black Knight alternative head on who's bigger than Black Knight, that is still a big skeleton, but they do work together, just that it's a rather large. If I use, let me see, I'll use a big figure now. I'll use a Ulik from 4. Now he's looking like in his place. And then I will use one massive one. I'll use Abomination from the Gameverse Bath, because he's huge and he's like one of the best baths you can get. And now the skeleton's looking rather small again. But he is a great figure. I like him a lot. I'm glad I picked that double set up, because now I've got some undeads to go in my fantasy verse. Good pickup. I think that was worth getting. And let me finish with another play of my little toy. I'll get him rotating around again for you guys and get a closer look. Woo! If it will stop sticking to the magnets. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's get this in place. Okay. Adjust the camera a little bit. He's leaning back quite a bit there, you can see. He is a drunk figure. Decent figure, that's because his trunk, you can see, is so loose. That's the only issue I have with it. Other than that, he is fantastic. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out, and I am saying please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back soon with more awesome action toy videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting, and check out the rest of my content for more awesome action toy video reviews of the same scale, smaller scales, larger scales, various different genres and toy lines and companies. Bye-bye.